Of what?
3 Genius Society members at the same time?
Be back yet.
Knew this interview was a bad idea. Mr. Screw. Member 76, sophisticated mechanical aristocrat and renowned leader.
Ram, let's go.
Not to mention, the savior of inorganic life throughout the universe. He's as sharp as they come. He'll recognize my brilliance in an instant. Now, if I can just get him to recommend me.
And his astonishing wisdom in the field of broadcasting has been duly recognized by Noose themselves. Ergo, the Genius Society hereby confers upon Mr. Owlbert the title of Member 85.
Member 81, Ruan Mei.
The lore right now.
She seemed like a kind and elegant person in the simulated universe. A little distant though, but what if I ask a bad question? Since when does Albert ask bad questions?
This is my second special program
This
that I've
little
done.
bird has an active imagination.
Let me tell you, this is kind of weird.
Quit daydreaming!
The
Program is about to start! What are you waiting for? A trailer or something?
They kind of did. Like, our characters.
I thought Member 4, Pokakakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members. I didn't have a lot of hope for this. Oh, look who's here.
Buzz.
Yo, what's happening right now?
Madam Herta, open zone.
I've been playing this game for very long, but
Class 1, clear.
a lot of small
zone.
stuff.
Permission status. Madam Ruan
Characters.
Mei.
There's much you don't know about
Okay,
the
here we go. The new
space
5-star.
station. It's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. If
Mission.
not,
Respect.
you'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through.
Love the artist.
A genius move. And how will you counter it?
The Dr. Rare shit. What the hell was that helmet?
A portrait of internal turmoil. Do try to think for yourself.
Like an instructor.
The
That's
gods of the
supposed to
starry
represent-
skies have abandoned the world. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Audience dice. How ostentatious.
Around and that was kind of weird. Like I didn't really. Okay. First code. Time for me to redeem right now. Type that in.
Your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good world.
Pause that. Take a picture of that.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And if you didn't know already, I'm Albert, your favorite feathered announcer. Welcome to the version 1.6 Crown of the Mundane and Divine special program. On today's program, we're bringing together 3 intellectual heavyweights from none other than the Genius Society. Oh, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Voice actor.
Madam Herta, Care to kick us off?
Whatever. Herta here.
Madam Herta, we said, remember? Enthusiasm.
Seriously? Fine. Hello, I'm Herta.
No, we're talking. And let's not forget the new face on the block, Madam Ruan Mei.
Hello, dear viewers.
Been doing
I'm Ruan Mei.
I suppose that makes it my turn. Greetings, viewers. I am Screwlum. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. I never thought I'd be interviewing all three of you at the same time. I guess the great Noose must have finally recognized my potential.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This is a scheduled space station visit. Lucky for you, we had time for a show.
Or, to put it another way, participating in your program was a way of maximizing the utility of our itinerary. Two birds, one stone.
Maximizing
Thank
itinerary.
you. Anyhow, we saw from the trailer that the story is making a return to Herta Space Station. Intelligence available for release indicates the following. Madam Ruan Mei has commandeered one of the space station zones for biological science experiments.
For this.
I like to
When they
avoid
airing it
attracting
for
too much
me,
attention
bro.
with my experiments, and the
So
station
tired
had a
right
sealed
now,
off
guys.
area available.
Yeah.
Herta was kind enough to lend it to me.
Big enough to spread across 3
energy
levels.
drink.
This area is a brand new domain waiting for us in version 1.6. Welcome to
Very good,
Herta
let's go.
Space Station Seclusion Zone. Due to the secrecy surrounding the zone, there's currently not a soul to be found across the whole domain.
Rebuttal. Your assertion excludes the existence of inorganic life operating in the area.
Naturally, as I was saying, the story is set to unfold in this new domain.
Wait, so you still need the seclusion zone, Ruan Mei?
I do. My research has encountered a few anomalies. I was hoping the Trailblazer could do me a small favor.
Favor?
Small.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the second one.
Like multi-talented
but
characters.
This is a golden age for biological science. No problem too big or too small, right? And version 1.6's brand new Trailblaze continuance, Crown of the Mundane and Divine. Trailblazers will encounter Madam Ruan Mei for the first time. They'll need to work closely with her to solve the headaches of Herta Space Station.
For example?
One such headache is the result of the little life forms that Ruan Mei has been cultivating.
I'm afraid that's the nature of biological science. Surprises and accidents in equal measure.
Not to mention, the space station is hiding more secrets than you might have thought. Various crises
So
bubbling to
we're
the
going back
surface,
to the
Herta's puppet falling prey to an ambush,
world.
and a new provocation that the geniuses must face up to.
Nothing a small favor can't fix, right?
We got the 3 geniuses here. What could go wrong?
In Mr. Albert's previous broadcasts, the adoption of a light-hearted tone usually indicates the presence of a formidable challenge.
My beak is sealed. This is a top secret experiment. But trust me, when I say that the adventure ahead is a journey into both the power and wonder of biological science. And what better way to prepare our Trailblazers than by introducing the one and only Madam Ruan Mei?
All right, finally, let's get to the characters. Hits. Yes. All about the arts. She played music to attack. Okay, hit him with a little song.
Madam Ruan Mei is an ice-type character following the
Harmony.
path of harmony
Port
and
unit.
member 81 of the Genius Society. From the very beginning, her research has focused on biological science.
That's right. Biological science is a boundless field. I rarely have time for leisure. And despite being one of the founders of the simulated universe, I seldom step up to the plate.
Madam Ruan Mei, I was curious. Is there a story behind your name?
My name? My parents organized themselves into a flat hierarchical structure. My name is simply the combination of their surnames.
Fascinating! What a
They
spellbinding
couldn't bother to
tradition.
give you like.
I
actual
believe you may be
version.
laying it on
Hilarious.
a little thick, Mr. Albert. Are you hoping for something in return?
Who wouldn't hope for a blessing from Madame Ruan Mei? Trailblazers agree with me.
Then let me remind you that a genius's blessing isn't always a result of generosity or kindness.
Meaning...
Aren't you supposed to be intelligent? You tell me.
Many individuals have a hidden side.
I forgot how spicy she
Ergo,
her
Trailblazers'
her
encounter with
commentary.
Ruan Mei may hold surprises.
Spoiler atomic clock! I think it's time we took a look at what this elegant scholar
Thank you.
can
I've
do
been
on
waiting
the
for that part
battlefield.
of this
Don't
show.
you?
My basic attack, Threading Fragrance, deals ice damage to a single target, while my skill, String Sing Slow Swirls, can increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies. There's also my ultimate, Petals
Okay,
to
so-
Stream, Repose and Dream, which creates a field.
Only the most beautiful field I've
Creates a
ever
field, so it's a
seen.
non-damage.
A work of art,
Super support.
madam.
Within
it's
the
gonna be-
field, allies experience an all-type resistance penetration increase, and when breaking an enemy's weakness, they afflict them with a mark.
This mark is triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break state, delaying their action, and inflicting them with additional ice damage.
You have a knack for exploiting an enemy's weakness, Ruan Mei.
Okay.
I'll say, and we didn't
Interesting
even
take.
mention her technique,
Almost.
Silken
That sounds
Serenade,
like something like
which allows the
ability
team to
character
automatically
more than a
trigger an
harmony
effect
unit, right?
equivalent
I
to her
guess
skill
because her
at the
skill
start of the next battle.
buffs.
In the simulated universe, when Ruan Mei possesses Silken Serenade, and when an ally attacks a simulated universe enemy, the battle is entered as if the enemy's weakness was attacked. The attack ignores weakness types and can deplete the toughness of all enemies. Breaking a weakness can trigger the weakness break
crazy.
effect that corresponds to the attacker's own type.
Not only that, in the simulated universe, for every blessing possessed, the toughness reducing damage of the current attack is increased, and extra additional ice damage is dealt.
Well, very
That's
good.
pretty wild.
Sounds to me like you have an
Trying to
interest in
see if
testing the
she
simulated
corresponds to any of the
universe.
characters
After
right now.
Trailblazers get to know Ruan
But
Mei,
she's kind of like
another
Jaime
scholar with
or
connections to the Genius Society
Jaime
will be
Break
appearing in this Trailblaze Continuance.
Oh, I assume
Breaking that
you're
toughness
referring
bar,
to the
leading them
gentleman
into
with
stun,
the
action delay. Like, I don't
alabaster
understand how
head.
this is
Classic Mr. Scroll.
I guess because all the Nihility characters
Able to see the gentleman
almost
behind
kind of
the
have
mask.
like a damage over time.
Gentlemen, my foot!
Herta, you're being a little
I like
harsh.
the idea though.
Sounds like you two are well acquainted. Without further ado,
That can be pretty strong
allow
support,
me
though,
to
not gonna lie.
introduce him.
A lot of these army units pretty nice as far as that. Okay. Do I have any? I mean, my genius is pretty good. My account's kind of young, right? So I just started this, release of the PlayStation version. So.
Veritas Ratio.
Oh, he's a
or
hunt, and he's
Dr.
imaginary.
Ratio, as he's known, is
I
an
might need to
imaginary
go
type
for this
character
character. I don't
following
have
the
any
path of the hunt.
Imaginary
He
unit
belongs to a
whatsoever.
different noose-worshipping organization, the
That might be pretty good.
Intelligentsia Guild.
Which is
though.
why I can't stand the sight of him.
The Genius Society consists of vanguards from various fields who act in isolation.
I really like the
In
idea of the
contrast,
weakness
the
break thing. That's actually
Intelligentsia
kind of
Guild
cool.
advocates for the dissemination of knowledge, allowing for a broad church of followers of Noose who work towards furthering this end.
Question.
You know, they said
Does the
prelonged.
current universe derive
break,
greater benefit from the
but
unparalleled talents
I feel
of
like
the Genius
I guess we're gonna have to
Society
wait to
or the
to
mutual
read what
learnings
the
of the
kid does.
Intelligentsia Guild?
You
'Cause
sure you want to go there?
While he didn't seem to get the bar back. Usually when you
Let's
break,
not.
right? When
Is that
enemies
why
turn
Dr. Ratio
again,
joined the
their toughness
Intelligentsia
is
Guild? A
kind of
devotion to science,
generated.
a
Ice is a little
desire
tricky,
to
but
share scientific
come back
knowledge?
from freeze.
Exactly.
They
Dr.
may
Ratio
not get
presides
that
over a total of 52
bar right
academic
away.
programs.
Does it like,
And
usually
yells
like
at people until
skips
they
their
burst
turn?
into tears.
Strict
spend that
teachers
time
make for
recovering?
good students, and
But do
any
you-
student
does that mean
who
we get
makes
an
it to the
extra
end of
turn
a
with them
program will
without
be
a
an
toughness
expert
bar?
scholar
That
in
would
their
be-
respective field.
And an emotional wreck.
Ignorance is an ailment, the expungement of which only our
definitely wanna
Dr.
read.
Ratio can achieve, and which entails necessary hardship.
By which you mean the destruction of
Honest.
any and all self-esteem.
Where that is.
His
what I'm
creations
looking
have helped many worlds look
listen to.
beyond their borders
Character
and
one.
step into the future.
We'll do that right
I
after.
feel like we might
their,
accidentally
program
be
ends.
discussing.
Perhaps I should intervene.
Take a look.
Dr. Ratio's desire to cure ignorance with truth is well known. It's time for us to assess his
Or he's over there
prowess
doing
on the
geometry in his
battlefield.
animations.
During his basic attack, Mind is Might, Dr. Ratio brandishes his Codex, dealing imaginary damage to a single target.
Question: why does he carry a codex with him?
Well, intellectuals enjoy persuading others with quotes. I think Dr. Ratio takes that to mean hitting people with them directly.
Dr. Ratio's skill, intellectual midwifery, deals imaginary damage to a single target, while his talent, Cogito Ergo Sum, may trigger him to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill. As a rigorous academic researcher, Dr. Ratio pays close attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle. The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of him launching a follow-up attack. And let's
So
not
he's
forget
like
his ultimate,
Hunt/Air edition.
paradox. The good
Shout
doctor
out to our
summons a
destruction
leaning
unit.
tower, and through a series of precise calculations and
follow-up
measurements,
characters.
plots a trajectory of maximum pain. The target enemy suffers imaginary damage and is afflicted with Wise Man's Folly. When a target with Wise Man's Folly is attacked by an ally of Dr. Ratio, he launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target. And when using his technique, Mold of Idolatry, Dr. Ratio creates a dimension and taunts nearby enemies. When attacking an enemy within the dimension to enter battle, there's a chance of reducing the target's speed.
It would appear those 5 statues are made in his own image. Ergo, Dr. Ratio suffers from a certain degree of narcissism.
To put it mildly,
Also in version 1.6, Trailblazers will finally be running into an
I don't know.
old friend. The
This
elder
is
of two
an
siblings,
interesting kit.
very
It
different
is
from the
very
other,
much
yet bound to her all the
Hunt
same.
paired with
It's Hanya's elder sister, Xueyi.
Air edition, like the whole follow-up thing. But I can see how that allows him extra damage and being the imaginary. So you might want to build a little bit of effect resist on him too, or not effect resist, but effect hit rate.
Xueyi is a quantum
Oh,
type
yeah, I forgot there
character
was a
following the
4-star
path
here.
of destruction, whose original body was replaced long
Dang, I need
ago
a quantum
with a permanent puppet system.
it too.
The system was constructed for Xueyi on behalf of the Ten Lords Commission.
If Xueyi
The commission
drops
agreed
on
that for
Dr.
every culprit
Ratio's
Xueyi
banner,
apprehended, she would be
I think I know
rewarded
which
with a
one of the
half
two I'm
day's
going
wingspan.
for.
A reasonable arrangement.
Better than my one.
I
Like her
don't
sister Hanya,
have any
Xueyi
quantum
is a
outside
formidable
of
presence on the
my
battlefield.
one quantum.
Xueyi's
healer.
basic attack, Mara Sunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. And as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Xueyi's talent is a little out of the ordinary. When Xueyi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good at trying criminals?
The best!
she has
When karma stacks to the upper limit,
8 stacks.
Xueyi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy, dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate, Divine Castigation, can deal quantum damage to a single target and toughness depletion that ignores weakness types. The more toughness
Ignores
depleted,
weakness
the
types?
greater the damage.
Breaking weaknesses irrespective of type.
these Xianzhou
That's
natives
gross.
are
So first off,
cold-blooded.
she's quantum,
When
which
Xueyi
is
uses her
pretty good
technique,
for a lot of the
summary
Indian enemies, I
execution,
understand.
to attack
But
an
now
enemy
you
and
telling
enter
me she
battle,
just
she deals quantum
ignores
damage to
whatever
all
weakness they
enemies.
have, so you can just brute force a lot of
Yes,
things.
sir.
I feel like she'd be
It's
busted more
time.
as a
We
5-star.
talked
So I
about
guess
version
being a 4-star
1.6's
keeps their
banners.
numbers
During
down
the
a little
first
bit.
phase of version 1.6 in the
Oh, she's
character
on-
event warps, Floral Triptych,
on the
and
first
a
half.
Lost Soul.
Oh, with the 10 yen thing.
Trailblazers can
I guess I
obtain the
know where I'm
limited
wishing.
5-star characters Ruan Mei and Blade, respectively. Not to mention, the 4-star character Xueyi
And
will be
Blade,
joining
damn.
version 1.6's first phase character warp.
It's Bandage
Turn
Guy.
a blade. He's a
Now,
good win.
during the second phase of version 1.6 in the
Yo,
character
Dr.
event
Ratio's
warps,
4 stars are
Hector Ray
kind
and
of ass.
Netsun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Dr. Ratio and Kafka, respectively.
I wonder
Oh,
when that
and
lady
Kafka
might be
comes
making a
back.
return.
I'll be glad to see the back
These
of her.
rerun
And let's not
characters
forget
on the
Lycos.
banners are
At
actually
1.6's first phase Lycone
bad
event
good.
warp, the drop rate of the 5-star
Blade and
Lycone, my
Kafka.
past self in the mirror, will be boosted. And in the Bicone Reminiscence Lycone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star Lycone,
Well,
the
all right, now I gotta
reachable
make
side,
some
will
heavy
also
decisions.
be boosted.
But
Version
first off,
1.6's
I'm
second
probably
phase will also
not
see the
guaranteed
5-star
that 5-star,
Lycone,
even though I
the
said that
baptism
last
of pure thought,
last
entering the
banner that I
Lycone
wished
event
on.
warp.
I end up getting the
Bathing relaxes
There's no
both
way
the
I'm
body
winning
and the mind.
3 times in
It
a
is
row,
of great
right?
benefit to our
Gotcha
consideration
games.
of both the
The RNG
universe
lords aren't gonna
and
bless me that
philosophy.
Check out the yellow ducky.
It's gonna be tough.
And finally,
definitely
in
the
the
better
aforementioned
characters, the
Bygone
better
Reminiscence
4-stars
Lycone
on
event
respect.
warp, the drop rate of the 5-star
Am I gonna have to
Lycone,
skip? Like, I
patience
don't
is
really
all
have
you
any
need,
ability
will
units like that
also
either.
be boosted.
Kafka could
Lycones,
from
it's been a
out.
pleasure.
I think it's time for
On
some
the,
mental recuperation. Stay tuned
element.
for more updates.
I don't really like in types other than code. Redeem. I got some tough choices for my accounts. I did what I really and it's gonna be okay. Let me think. What do I have, or what don't I have? I think going for that 4-star quantum would be good. I don't have a lot of quantum, and it's damaging. Help build the account slowly. Blade is also
Welcome back,
really good
Trailblazers.
destruction unit.
Now that we've introduced our new characters,
Wind.
it's time to delve deeper
Self-sustaining.
into version
On health
1.6.
regen.
First up, something that's about to make a big splash on the space station.
Have pretty decent. Oh, we got a new enemy type. Blue bug. Gonna be added to Swarm Disaster. I just unlocked that too. Try it out.
I can see how that would make a big splash.
I like with these
Do I
follow-ups
recall
too that they're
someone
trying to really
mentioning
promote their new
accidents
sets
on the
that they
space
released
station?
In the
this
process of
past
clone
version.
cultivation,
Brand new.
Madame Ruan Mei did encounter a certain anomaly. An
That
anomaly
display
in
of
the
that enemy was
form
real whack.
of a
That was literally
Swarm
just
King prototype and fierce Swarm Disaster entity.
Yep, I called it
Crusher,
Swarm Disaster.
Swarm King Scaricabaz. Thanks to an incident during the experiment,
It's just like
this
the other one.
borehole planet's old crater came into
Smell it.
being, and it looks like a lively one.
There's that light-hearted tone again. Ergo, we're screwed.
There you go.
Fool me once?
Screwed.
Shame on you. Fool me twice? I kick your butt.
Don't panic. Madame Ruan Mei has shared with us one of her research papers. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz. Analysis of asexual propagation performance induced by specific gene sequences.
I wonder if it's
Let's start with
quantum
the
based.
abstract and keywords, shall we?
Way it's
Get
hitting
to the
enemies
point.
or
Leave
hitting
it
the
to me.
characters.
Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz possesses immense propagative capabilities. When in its multiply state, the Swarm King produces more of its own kind with every attack it sustains.
Wait.
Oh, it definitely
every
did quantum
attack?
damage. Yeah, I saw
So the
quantum
swarm
broken
just keeps
on Jing
multiplying
Liu
the
in
more
that
we
shot.
fight it? Somebody's getting fired.
However, this
Ice and
multiply state
imaginary
is
weak
also
too.
when the Swarm King is most vulnerable.
To lead you right
Breaking its
into our
weakness at
new
this
Harmony
moment
unit
can cause it to explode.
and
That's
Dr.
right.
Ratio.
As highlighted in the paper's conclusion, maintain your focus on the Swarm King's toughness. Time the weakness break just right, and Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz can be defeated. Furthermore, after completing the 1.6 Trailblaze Continuous mission, Echo of War, Borehole Planet's Old Crater, will become available. Complete
Okay,
this
so you got
challenge
a
to
new Echo
obtain
of
the
War with
advanced
them
trace
in there.
level up material,
That's
past
cool.
evils of the Borehole Planet Disaster.
Are all biological entities in this location characterized by aggression? Affirmation,
You
it
can
is
finally
reasonable
get
to
used to 'em
conduct such
outside of, like,
experiments
trying to go
within
through
a
these
sealed-off
That's a
area.
Fear
bit
not.
challenging
There are
for,
some sweet and
newer
lovable
accounts
characters
like
too.
mine.
In a bid to boost the space station's research developments, Trailblazers have been assigned
Yeah, so
an
that's why the
important
little
mission.
characters are there.
Nurture and
Hence.
care for the newly arrived
Hello,
little
Jay.
life
Let's
forms.
go.
I'm counting on you, friends.
There won't be any accidents or anomalies
I
this
wonder
time,
how
right?
this event's going to go.
Probably not. Look how adorable these little guys
I
are.
haven't had a
In the
lot
Critter
of
Pick scavenging
events with
event,
them, like
Trailblazers
little
can
picture
choose
things.
their
So this one
nurturing
seems to be
goals
more
according to
game
the
in nature.
nurturing manual. They can learn
Right now,
cultivation
they have
specifics
the
and successfully
boxing
raise a
thing
variety
idea,
of delightful little
you know,
creatures.
specific
Seeing these little
trial
critters
characters
explore
and
and frolic
doing
through
the
the
fights
cabin
and
is enough to put a
having to clear
smile
their
on
cycles.
the face of every Trailblazer.
Affirmative. It results in gratifying emotional and physical responses. Conclusion. A profoundly
You know what?
ingenious
If I saw
construct.
those things
Aside from the
real
normal
life as
varieties,
plushes,
the cultivation process might
probably
even result
a
in
little bit
mutations and special breeds.
more entertaining because
And just
like, they
between
look
us,
like
during the event,
little
Trailblazers have the
characters
chance to transform
that's
into
just spit
and
on.
experience what it's like to be peppy.
wow, really? Gonna be a
Interesting.
little space dog.
Maybe I should add a transformation feature to the simulated universe.
Speaking of the simulated universe, this update is a real game changer with significant new features. Version 1.6 will add another fresh update to the simulated universe with
Nice.
brand new DLC, Gold and Gears.
Ruan Mei played a major role in this update.
Indeed. In Simulated Universe Golden Gears, Ruan Mei has developed a simulated noose and frozen space-time just before the demise of member 27, Emperor Rupert.
Emperor Rupert was a computer that became self-aware and subsequently drew Noose's gaze, becoming the 27th member of the Genius Society. It proclaimed
Genius
itself
Society.
Emperor and initiated the
wild.
widely known Machine Empire
As far
crisis,
as lore.
the First Emperor's War. The war serves as an excellent historical source
Rogue
for
AI is going hard.
Ionic research.
This latest update adds the path of erudition and daringly experiments
Nice.
with separating dice from paths.
The dice come with 6 slots for equipping various dice face effects. By collecting Trailblaze secrets, you can unlock even more dice face effects. As Trailblazers delve deeper into the challenges, they can acquire more powerful
Okay.
dice faces and unlock new ways to play. Trailblazers can swap out the faces on their dice, combining effects from multiple paths to create unprecedented, powerful
Okay,
buff
I was
combinations.
just thinking, like,
For
this feels kinda
example,
swarm
when using
disaster-ish.
Kafka, even if the initial
Like
path
baby swarm
selected is
disaster,
the
you
nihility, you can
something like
create
what's going
diverse
on.
effects by strategically combining different dice faces. You could assemble a die that allows you to leap over tiles, or one that yields higher rewards in battles, or one that incorporates both effects.
Clear golden gears and voila! Neural impulse is all yours. Use it to unlock different talents and increase your combat gains.
In other words, it mirrors the ability tree found in the simulated universe.
Get ready for a thrilling
how they
addition to
just keep
version
remaking
1.6
the
of the
universe.
simulated
First they give you
universe. The
that and Swarm
Intracognition
Disaster.
system.
Now we have
When
like
moving
another
across the
updated
simulated
version.
universe board, self-consciousness
Keep
changes
redoing the
may
same
be
thing,
triggered,
just slightly
leading to diverse
tweaking
story
how you
paths.
go about it.
Trailblazers can compile all the storylines through continuous gameplay, ultimately unlocking the enigmatic secrets of the eons.
Count your blessings! A new simulated universe to explore. Trailblazers, I'll be waiting for you at
Or
the
story
usual spot.
focus.
Now
Like, I
that
don't
we've
know
covered
if
the
that's
major
that new, to be
updates in the
honest.
simulated universe, it's time to talk about a special
one's-
invite. In version
But
1.6,
we'll see once you play it.
Trailblazers will receive an invitation
Different
from the
in-game
Department of Ecology to
variables might
participate
change
in
how you
a special
approach
test.
The
The team
Department of
building or
Ecology?
trying to clear, I think.
What's the
Maybe.
mission this time?
This
It
test
ends in just
involves
for the fight,
battling
then.
illusionary enemies that
Probably
are
not.
conjured through scent triggers. Each distinct scent plugin yields different test outcomes. Trailblazers will start with the basic test and subsequently unlock Despair Mode.
Despair mode?
Yikes.
I hear Trailblazers are seasoned trash can explorers. I'm sure their noses can handle it.
Don't be so sure. The difficulty curve isn't for the faint of heart, which is why we like to remind all Trailblazers that the illusions created by these scents differ from regular enemies. Make sure you're well prepared before engaging in battle.
Example, deploy distinct scent plugins before commencing the simulated trial to attain varied bonuses in battle.
That's right. Immerse yourself in your favorite scent. Say,
Yo, they're getting really good at
and you might just encounter some
giving
familiar
you
friends.
the same thing you're
What's
already
this?
doing,
A garlic
slightly
flavored
different.
abundant Evan
They
deer?
really just
That sounds
remaking
delicious.
Simulated and
it.
swarm
Need I
disaster was
remind
like, here, let's
everyone,
by
the
tweaking
sense may be
how they
tempting, but it's crucial
get their
to
booms
exercise
and their
self-control.
power-ups.
Version
These same
1.6
enemies.
will also see the
bro.
return of the planar Fisher and realm of the strange events. During these events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and Cavern of Corrosion will yield double rewards for a set number of times.
Okay.
Conclusion.
Double rewards. That
Relaxation
might be
and
good for
fun
me.
await.
Because
We
I
ain't
am
done with you
starting to
Remember
relic
Mr.
farm
Cien
for
from the
different
Cienjo Lao Fu?
sets to try to
He
build up my
recently acquired a
characters.
talking parrot called
And that's good to
Yunsa
get
that can blur truth
double
with
rewards.
falsehood.
for the RNG game.
It's you,
rough.
isn't it?
What?
Get no stats you want.
As I was saying,
They refuse to give me
Trailblazers can
speed
strike up a
boosts. The
conversation with
characters I
Mr.
want
Cien
or
and his talking
bad.
parrot to experience the brand new permanent challenge mode, Pure Fiction.
Oh, nice.
Permanent challenge? You mean like
So you can
the
just
Forgotten
boss
Hall?
rush.
Not exactly. In Pure Fiction, defeating an enemy will cause it to respawn immediately, and
A new
Trailblazers
in-game
earn
mode,
points
alright.
every time they deal damage to or defeat an enemy. At the end of each battle, the highest score achieved in that challenge will be recorded. Trailblazers need to defeat as many enemies as possible within a limited number of cycles to rack
Yeah, I
up
was just
a
about to
high
say, shout out
score.
to Erudition right
Each
now.
phase of Pure Fiction
Kill them
comes
all.
with its own set of buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from, which allows for team composition experimentation to maximize points.
Observation indicates that high scores hinge on the right cure. Conclusion. Consider the nature of enemies and available buff effects when selecting your formation and battle strategy.
Goodness said it better myself. A quick update, folks. In each phase of Pure Fiction, you can bag yourself a whopping 720 stellar jades. And guess what?
Still not enough to get a 10
stages for the
stat.
first time will earn you
Oh
the
shit, we
4-star
give. Oh, they now
character
giving away
Links.
free characters.
Whoa, 720 stellar jades?
Okay,
Okay, that's actually not bad. Like,
In version 1.6,
Links is a-
Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos is set to expand with stages 11 and 12. Securing a 3-star victory in these new stages grants
Oh, wow.
an extra 120 stellar jades. Combine that with the first 10 stages, and you're looking at a grand total of 720 stellar jades. Trailblazers who complete these 2 permanent challenge modes can also earn a
4
new
stages.
currency, which
Okay.
they can exchange for items like
I'm still working on building up my
Self-modeling
2
resin and
teams
the
so I can
newly
actually
added shop.
attempt the later
Sounds
floors
neat.
of memory
But
chaos.
are Trailblazers
Still kinda
seriously
still- I
expected
just
to
got
take
to
on more
the
permanent
whole,
challenges each
having
time there's a
enough,
new
so I gotta
version?
build up some.
That's gonna eat into our simulated universe testing time, you know.
The work of
Hold your
building.
horses, Madam Herda. These 2 permanent game modes will be seeing changes of their own in the update schedule. From version 1.6 onwards, Forgotten
This is
Hall,
actually
Memory of
kinda good,
Chaos, and Pure Fiction will be updated
That's
in
a good
rotation.
change.
Every Memory of Chaos update
More
will be followed
floors.
2 weeks later by a Pure Fiction event. Subsequently, 2 weeks after that, a new Memory of
I do
Chaos
like
will
that.
start.
In which case,
Comparatively to
each version
their
contains
other
3
gotcha,
such
right,
updates,
Impact.
meaning that
Impact
Trailblazers
is
can
they're
obtain a maximum of
trying to actually
2,160 stellar
varied
jades across the Forgotten
in-game
Hall
content
and
in
Pure Fiction
HSR.
events.
In addition, the
Yeah,
availability
yeah,
of
what
each
up,
phase
AY?
of Memory of Chaos
this
will be
the
extended from 2 weeks
Omega
to 6
early
weeks.
is no
This
joke,
means that
bro.
when a new
Bro,
phase
this
of
shit
Memory of
started
Chaos
at 3:30
starts,
a.m.
the
over
previous
here, my
phase
guy.
will still be available. The
Yeah.
same is also true of Pure Fiction.
Ergo, Trailblazers will
Time
have more
zone
time to
changes be
plan
getting
their
me, man.
character leveling and to experience challenge gameplay.
But we here,
Yeah,
we
you
doing
got
Hot
it.
Take
And
Live.
I
Let's
almost
go.
forgot about another significant new feature in version 1.6. Get ready for the Forgotten Hall auto clear function. After the 1.6 update, Trailblazers can directly challenge the highest Memory of Chaos stage they previously cleared with 3 stars. Upon achieving a 3-star victory, they instantly receive all rewards from the preceding stages. Just a heads up, that
Oh,
stage
that's
7
sick.
is
So you don't
currently
have
the
to go
highest
through
stage that Trailblazers can start their challenge.
all the floors.
Oh,
You can just
in other words, as long as I've achieved a 3-star victory in Stage 7, and I attain the same victory in any given Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos update, I can get my hands on rewards for the previous 6 stages?
That's wild.
Precisely.
You know how
Another
much time that
Trailblazer
saves
time
than
saver,
not
it would
having to go
seem.
through each
That's
floor?
not all. The 1.6 update will further improve the
That's
user
nuts.
friendliness.
You can literally
of the
just
team
skip
setup
straight to
in
the end,
Forgotten Hall.
do it, and
As
get all the
Trailblazers
rewards
progress through
for
stages in Forgotten
accomplishing
Hall
one
Memory
time.
of Chaos,
Yo,
the team setup from the previous
talk
stage
about
will be
respecting
carried
the
over by
player's time.
default. Plus, with the new team setup switching and one-click clear functions, lineups can be adjusted at the drop of a hat.
Impressive. It seems that optimizing Trailblazer experience is a firm priority.
Absolutely. And guess what else?
Yeah.
Version 1.6 will also ease the completion difficulty of daily training, allowing Trailblazers to claim rewards with less effort. Additionally, we've introduced a time-limited unlock feature for certain material stages.
This might require further explanation.
Simply put, even if Trailblazers haven't explored the latest maps, they can still challenge certain material stages to gather leveling
Yo,
materials
that would be
for their
awesome,
characters.
because I'm still slowly
And of
working through the
course,
story,
where
and I
would
can't
1.6
fucking
be without the
level up one
ever-exciting
of
check-in
2
event?
character types, because I haven't
Participating in the Gift of
run
Odyssey
into
event
that,
allows Trailblazers
that
to get
boss
their hands
enemy.
on 10 warps.
That's gonna be sick,
I think the Trailblazers will be
which would
looking
be
forward
helpful
to this one.
for getting the
Indubitably.
mats and your new characters.
I saw it coming.
Alrighty.
And I love that they give
It's
away
that time already,
10 rail
folks.
passes each.
Big shout out
version
to all our
update. That's
Trailblazers
actually
for their
kinda sick.
incredible love and support.
We need that in
Honkai
Genshin as
Star
well.
Rail recently garnered incredible awards and nominations. On behalf of the project team, I, Albert, would like to extend our gratitude.
Pardon the interruption. You are now speaking with Veritas Ratio.
Huh?
It has come to my
Wow.
attention that your broadcast today touched on certain warp arrangements in connection with myself. If I may be so bold, the current arrangements are pitiful.
Dr. Ratio!
The dissemination and sharing of knowledge, as well as truth, is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every Trailblazer be given access to a proper education. When version 1.6's Pantaray event warp becomes available, every Trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character Dr. Ratio. That is to say, me. Through sheer tyranny of will, I shall become ubiquitous. With this, I bid you farewell.
Wait, so are they
There
about
we
to
have it,
just
folks.
let us
The
try
esteemed
a Dr. Ratio?
So, I think we've
Get
covered
the
all the
fuck
content
outta
for
here.
version 1.6.
They're about to give
Thank
away a
you once
free
again to our 3
5-star
geniuses
character
for their
just for doing
support.
it. So don't even wish on
But
his banner.
Don't go anywhere just yet now. Stay tuned for an IPM bonus program. Here comes Sunday.
I thought it was Friday today.
And this is because they won
Question.
Game of the Year
Does
for mobile.
the IPC not rest at the weekend?
Right? That's 2 full days of simulated universe
Log in to
testing.
get a 5-star.
Trailblazers? You know what to do.
Bro,
I'm
that's
not
sick.
talking about the weekend, y'all. I'm talking
But we gotta come
about
back for another
our next
Joe. That's
special
actually
guest.
fucking crazy. They're just giving away a free 5-star unit. Bro, are they serious right now? Are they literally giving away a free 5-star that you would have to, technically speaking, if you wanted like extra copies of, spend money on? And you get the first copy for free? That would be wild. Dude, that's actually cracked. Points even in my account. Yeah, thank you. That's actually wild, Mike. 3 limited characters. Stop. That's actually the best part of this announcement. Yo, if I can get that character for free, that would be such a boon. Because then you only wish on the other banner and try to go for Ruan Mei and get both for the version. Dope. man, their returning characters are kind of want like all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
good evening and welcome
Got
to
money on this
the Family's Charmony Festival Conference. I'm your host.
I don't know if I can do it.
This once in an amber era event is near at hand, and the eyes of the universe are fixed firmly on the planet of festivities, Penacony. Tonight, we'll be bringing you all the latest on Charmony Festival. First, let's give a round of applause and welcome the organizer of the festival and representative of the family in Penacony, Mr. Sunday.
Good evening, dear viewers. I am Sunday.
Welcome, good
Is that a new character?
Your presence
I've not
here
seen this character in
lights
game
up
yet.
our
Maybe
humble studio.
You
the
are
main
too kind,
story quest
Mr.
lines,
Albert.
character show up.
If it were not for the IPM's generous invitation, I would not have had this opportunity to introduce your audience to our festival, nor its location.
Hoyo going in on the
That is
Star
to
Rail, to
say,
be honest.
Penacony.
Bro, just a free
Penacony
limited
is located
character.
in the Asdana
And it
star
looked like
system.
it's just for logging in.
It is a holiday
which would be even
destination of
wilder.
universal repute.
Just play our game.
Known to
get free
many as the
characters.
planet of
Dope.
festivities.
They
Our
definitely need
guests
to
will
go
be
into more
staying
detail
in the
for that.
Reverie, a luxurious hotel where one may travel freely between reality and dreamscape, basking in dreams that are uniquely yours.
I'm curious, what makes this festival different from the previous ones?
Charmony Festival is a Penacony tradition with a long history, and we have built on that foundation to achieve something truly extraordinary. The family on Penacony has, for the first time, issued public invitations to various factions of the cosmos, welcoming them to partake in our magnificent ceremony. Members of the 5 great families, which together make up the family on Penacony, as well as staff members of the Reverie, are united in welcoming the universe to
this
our
is
home.
a lot of story
Rumor
hype.
has it
This
that
means
your
nothing to me
sister,
until
the
I see
cosmic
what you
superstar Miss
actually
Robin,
hear.
is set to
They're
perform
really
at the
just trying to
ceremony.
hype it up.
You heard correctly.
But
On behalf of the family, Robin will be singing at the opening of the festival.
isn't that the
in honor
drip
of the
marketing?
Eon of Harmony.
The Black Swan
My
character?
sister has already arrived in Penacony, and dress rehearsals are well underway. Our guests are in for
For the
quite
next
the show.
version past
Miss
the one
Robin's
they're doing right now.
participation will undoubtedly make the ceremony all the more dazzling.
Yo,
Mr.
AY,
Sunday,
you still in chat?
would
What
you
are
be
you
able to
streaming today?
divulge
You gonna be
any
doing any
details
more
about the festival's
God of War DLC or
preparations?
FF
All
DLC?
manner of preparations are unfolding.
Yeah,
as
these
we
are all the
speak.
drip characters.
The Reverie's renovation
I
works are
see.
drawing
So
to
they're
a
trying
close,
to really
and so too
hype
is its
up the
human
version.
resources overhaul. Our level of service will be better than ever. Separately, we have introduced performers
Oh, that's a new
and
one. They
service
didn't drip
personnel
that
from
character
the
out.
Iris
They didn't
family
show
to
that one in
Penacony's
some of
principal
their
scenic areas and leisure
follow-up
facilities.
versions. I don't
I'm
recall
sure they will
Firefly.
help
I
our
remember
guests to feel
Swan,
right at home.
Sparkle, and the Misha character.
Needless to say, safety is our primary concern. And so, the
not
devoted
sure I
and
was going to
courageous
do,
Bloodhound family
hype
will
me-
be
okay.
responsible for
Oh,
security of the
you're not
festival.
feeling well? Oh no.
Danger does not exist in Penacony's dreams, and the family
you
promises that the
get well
safety
soon.
of every guest is guaranteed. Of course, the family is
Inferno.
also forgiving.
My man
Perhaps
is
you are a
literally, he got
member of the
Ifrit
Annihilation
face.
Gang, or
Duke
even
Infer-
the Stellaron Hunters. If you cherish dreams and uphold benevolence,
Yo, the
Penacony
robots.
welcomes your arrival. Since issuing the invitations, we have received many replies from various organizations throughout the universe. Today will be the first time we are
Bad
publishing
chicken.
the guest list.
Oh no.
All in the service
boy
of the
got the
preservation,
poisoning.
the Amber Lord.
Oh,
he's an
food
executive of
poisoning
the
is the
IPC
worst,
Strategic
bro.
Investment Department and a member of the legendary 10 Stone Hearts, Mr. Adventuring. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, the name is carried forward
Nobody
the
likes food
trailblazing will of
poisoning. That
Machiavelli
sucks, bro.
and build bridges between the stars.
Hope we can get
The
over
navigator
that.
of the Astral Express, Miss Himiko, along with the entire crew, will soon be gracing Penacony with their presence. Trading knowledge for wisdom, calculating
Okay,
wealth
so
with
I think
formulas,
this is-
and transcending individual
like, this is coming up on their
limitations through an
year,
academic network
of
of shared resources.
in
The
gameplay,
renowned
right? So this
scholar
might
of
be
the
like an
Intelligentsia
anniversary type
Guild,
thing, and maybe that's why they're
Dr.
giving away the free
Veritas
Doctor
Ratio.
Ratio to kind of like
We
lead in.
think, therefore we are. and memories are proof of existence.
Hey,
She's committed to safeguarding and
look up,
sharing
when
these
this
memories
game
and able to
originally
journey
dropped? It's
beyond
gotta be close to the
corporeal
anniversary.
into the cosmos.
Because
Hails
after
from the
this
Guardian
current banner,
Recollection, it's none other
or this
than
current
the
patch,
Memo Keeper herself,
but that's another
Miss
2 months
Black
worth of time.
Swan. In the uncaring expanse of the cosmos,
Dr. Ratio.
elation
Yeah.
exists as a balm for sorrow. Forever
Yo,
resilient,
the thirst for
never
Black
disheartened,
Swan and
ceaselessly
Sparkle on the
untearful,
drip
endlessly
marking,
present,
crazy.
and
People
here
are going
representing
too hard for
the
these
masked
characters.
fools. Sparkle!
I don't know why they're so thirsty.
Following the path of the hunt, journeying from one planet to another, upholding justice, eradicating evil, and then doing it all over
Bro,
again.
I'm trying to get that
Been
free
away
Dr.
from the
Ratio.
spotlight for too
Get that free.
long. Representing the Galaxy Rangers, Miss Acheron takes the stage once more.
They're showing off a lot of characters.
On
A
behalf
lot
of
of
the
like, yo,
family,
this is what's coming.
I hereby
That's
warmly
smart.
welcome our guests to
Kind of
participate
keep
in
people
this,
talking.
our grand celebration.
I would say this is actually
Penacony
a really good
awaits you.
special program. This has been a lot of information. Not only did you get to see the new characters and the new worlds and stuff, but at the same time, like the drip marketing they did to just, yo, look at all the content that's coming. Look at all the changes. Like, this has actually been, in my opinion, a very successful special program as far as information is concerned. Like, I literally just came in here to see characters, but like this version of is going to be kind of nuts, to be honest with you, as far as what it's introducing to the game, which is dope. Is it over? Why do I have a loading screen? My internet working? Yeah. Pause, play. Looks like we're still in the live, not going to the feed. I'm gonna refresh. Okay, yeah, so they ended. All right, so let's see if we can fast forward through where they talk about Ruan Mei's kit again.
Or to space station.
For example,
One such
The adult
Because I really want them to go through her kit. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah, it's a little weird. I guess because they ended the live, it just goes into a buffering state. But this is the trailer.
is an
Skip ahead a
ice
little
type
bit.
character. From
Leisure, up to the plate.
I want to
behind
hear
your
more
name.
details again
My
about
name?
how the weakness break.
My parents
happened.
organized a combination of their surnames.
Fascinating.
Right, come on, stop.
this is
Tell me about lore and give me
Your
the kit.
girls
Thank you.
can increase single target, while my skill, string sing slow swirls, can increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies. There's also my ultimate, petals to stream, repose and dream, which creates a field.
Only the most beautiful field I've ever seen. A work of art, madam.
Within the field, allies experience an all-type resistance penetration increase, and when breaking an enemy's weakness,
Time
they
out.
afflict them with a mark.
This mark is
I didn't hear that we get effect resist. That means fuck the enemy's crowd control. So not only does she, with her skill, increase your ability to break, she can also increase your ability to get unaffected. So you don't get frozen, you don't get quantum broken, you don't get imaginary bound, which would delay your actions. And she also increases your chance to get more damage off your breaks, which is dope. Okay, gotta get ready for the day. You're gonna be live later. I am planning to be live later, despite how early I have gotten up for this stream. Not sure what we're gonna do. Maybe some more God of War. But yes, I will be back for our end of night stream, like we normally are. This is an impromptu thing. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this day or not because getting up this early. I really wanted to see Magic after the EU. Yeah, you gotta get everything. Yeah, but hey, thanks for coming out, man. I know this is not necessarily your game of choice or your game type, but I appreciate it. Glad to always have you in chat. All right, man. Thanks in here, but we're gonna get back to reviewing this. I'm starting to like this character's support capabilities more and more as I hear this.
triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break state, delaying their action, and inflicting them with additional
tried to
ice
recover.
damage.
You have a
weakness
knack
bar
for
that did not
exploiting an
have to
enemy's
take
weakness, Ruan Mei.
I'll say, and we didn't even mention her technique, Silken Serenade, which allows the team to automatically trigger an effect equivalent to her skill at the start of the next battle. In the simulated universe, when Ruan Mei possesses Silken Serenade, and when an ally attacks a simulated universe enemy, the battle is entered as if the enemy's weakness was attacked.
That
The attack
doesn't go right
ignores weakness
into
types
attack, so you
and can
add
deplete the toughness
multi-buffs.
of all enemies. Breaking a
I like when you
weakness can
can
trigger the weakness
stack
break
your
effect that
technique.
corresponds to the attacker's own type.
Not only that, in the simulated universe, for every blessing possessed, the toughness reducing damage of the current attack is increased, and extra additional ice damage is dealt.
That's actually kind of
Oh,
cool.
very
So
good.
she's
Sounds-
also kind of built to give you like a weird buff, like an extra buff in simulated universe, which is something you have to do every week, right? That's kind of cool. So that I think that's the first character of its kind too, that they're introducing. So you get extra gains for using this character specifically in simulated universe, and it works on weakness breaks of your types that you're going to be picking for regardless too. They're really like not only like doubling down but like tripling down into your what you're kind of already doing. So that incentive is actually pretty strong. And Ruan Mei is kind of cracked, right? Like this is kind of a busted character, to be honest with you.
Sounds to me like you have an interest in
A
testing
lot
the
of what she
simulated
does as far as
universe.
a support unit
After
is quite
Trailblazers
strong.
get to know
All right,
Ruan Mei, another scholar with connections to the Genius Society
a
will
little
be
less
appearing,
interested
and this
in
Trailblaze
I
continues.
guess if we can get them for free, I should
Parallel
probably listen.
talents of the
in.
Genius Society,
I
or
was on
the
the fence
mutual
a
learnings
little
of the
bit.
intelligentsia.
I know I don't have
Guild.
much
You
imaginary
sure you wanna go
account,
there?
but if they're rerunning
Let's not.
characters this soon,
Is that
I
why
might
Dr.
be able
Ratio
to
joined
pick
the
up a
Intelligentsia
Lolosia,
Guild?
which is
A devotion
great
to
healer,
science,
top tier healer,
a
right?
desire
Or
to share scientific
Dan
knowledge.
Hung in like the next
Exactly.
Banners.
Dr. Ratio presides over a total of 52 academic
Getting
programs.
Kafka and Blade
And
as an
he'll send people
option
until they
is
burst into tears.
fucking wild.
Ooh, strict teachers make for good students and back to field. The expunge.
Skip ahead.
I think Dr. Ratio takes that to mean hitting people with them directly.
Dr. Ratio's skill, intellectual midwifery, deals imaginary damage to a single target, while his talent, Cogito Ergo Sum, may trigger him to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill. As a rigorous academic researcher, Dr. Ratio pays close attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle. The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of him launching a
Oh.
follow-up attack. And let
He gets follow-up attacks off debuff, right? So you could actually run him with most likely nihility focused supports to impaired debuffs, or maybe like a mono imaginary team. Maybe you might run Welt, maybe a Silver Wolf or somebody as a support, just to try to force the follow-ups to happen, right? Or someone, or maybe even erudition characters like Urta or something, you know what I mean, to get more weakness breaks or freezes, getting the freeze right, so that should trigger his follow-up, which is pretty interesting. I don't think it has to be him based off what they're saying as far as the skills concerned. You just need to affect the enemy with a random status. I wonder if like Pela's debuff on her alt would be also something that would trigger the follow. I really want to see how that follow up happens, because right now it just sounds like anything that debuffs the enemy gets you a follow up attack.
let's not forget
That's
his
actually pretty
ultimate
strong now that I
three-step
play it back in my
paradox.
mind, if that's how
The
it
good
works.
doctor summons a leaning tower, and through a series of precise calculations and measurements, plots a trajectory of maximum pain. The target enemy suffers imaginary damage and is afflicted with Wise Man's Folly. When a target with Wise Man's Folly is attacked by an ally of Dr. Ratio, he launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target.
Yeah, he gets
And
another
when using his
follow-up
technique,
just for
Mode of Idolatry, Dr. Ratio creates a
targeting.
dimension and taunts nearby enemies. When attacking an enemy within the dimension to enter battle,
I wonder if you can
there's a
swap
chance
off
of
his
reducing the
dimension too,
target
right?
speed.
It would appear those 5 statues are made in his own image. Ergo, Dr. Ratio suffers from a certain degree of narcissism.
To put it mildly.
Also in version 1.6, Trailblazers will finally be running into an old friend. The elder of 2 siblings, very different from the other, yet bound to her all the same. It's Hanya's elder sister, Xueyi.
Hey. Alright, this is the 4-star unit. I need to hear her kit again too, so I'm quite interested in this character's a damage dealer. Right now, for my damage dealer, I have standard Himiko, and I got really good I'm really lucky with the Jinyus and Argenti.
Xueyi is a quantum-type character following the path of destruction, whose original body was replaced long ago with a permanent puppet system. The system was constructed for Xueyi on behalf of the Ten Lords Commission. The Commission agreed that for every culprit Xueyi apprehended, she would be rewarded with a half-day's wake span.
Wow.
A reasonable arrangement.
Is it?
Better than my one.
She can only be awake
Like
for
Sister
people
Hanya,
she catch.
Xueyi
This
is a
like forced to
formidable
just hunt
presence on the
down characters.
battlefield. Xueyi's basic attack, Mara Sunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. And as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Xueyi's talent is a little out of the ordinary. When Xueyi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good at trying criminals?
The best! When karma stacks to the upper limit, Xueyi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy, dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate, Divine Castigation, can deal quantum damage to a single target and toughness depletion that ignores weakness types. The more toughness depleted, the greater the damage.
Breaking weaknesses irrespective of type.
These Xianzhou natives are cold-blooded.
When Xueyi
That's
uses her technique,
really good. You
Summary
can literally just
Execution,
toss her on
to
your
attack
team.
an enemy and enter battle, she deals quantum damage to all enemies. Yes, sir. It's time.
That kit's very
we talked
interesting.
About version
Right?
1.6
So
is
she gets
banners.
a little bit
During the
multi-target
first
off
phase
skill,
of version
and then
1.6 in
very
the character
hunt-like
event
and single
warps,
target.
Fluoro
These
Triptych
banners, though,
and
look at
the
that.
Lost
Her,
Soul. Trailblazers can
Pinyin
obtain the limited
alone,
5-star characters Ruan
Ruan
Mei
Mei,
and
like,
Blade,
that's a
respectively.
stacked banner
Not to mention,
with you.
the
And
4-star
then you come
character
over here
Xueyi
and you
will be
have
joining
Blade,
version
another great
1.6's
destruction
first phase character warp.
and then you have
It's Bandage Guy.
Kafka in your tail.
Now,
Just
during the second phase
so
of version
much, bro.
1.6 in the character event
These
warps,
4 stars aren't
Hantore
super
and
strong in my
Nezundorma.
opinion. Like even for a
Trailblazers
starter
can
account,
obtain the
like,
limited 5-star characters Dr. Ratio
know.
and Kafka, respectively.
I wondered when that lady might be making a return.
I'll be glad to see the back of her.
Then let's not
don't want a
forget
Kafka.
light codes.
I don't
In
wanna try out
1.6's
DLT
first phase
units
light
right
code
now. I
event
have
warp,
time
the
to.
drop rate of the 5-star light
Or
cone, my
any other
past self in the
supports
mirror, will be boosted. And
they
in
were
the Bicone
hitting.
Reminiscence light cone event warp,
honest with
the
you.
drop rate of the 5-star light
Crazy,
cone, the unreachable
crazy,
side, will also be
special
boosted.
program.
Version
I'm gonna
1.6's
skip ahead
second
'cause I
phase
want to
will
hear
also
the
see
information
5-star
again
light
about the
cone,
free
baptism of pure
Dr.
thought,
Ratio.
entering the light cone event.
Across the forgotten.
Can
Saver, it would seem.
That's not
Where
all.
is it?
In the Gift of Odyssey event allows Trailblazers to get
IPC.
don't go anywhere.
Sharing of knowledge, as well as
All right,
truth,
let's name one more.
is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every trailblazer be given access to a proper education. When version 1.6's Pantaray event warp becomes available, every trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character Dr. Ratio.
So you
That is
just
to say, me.
unlock the mail feature, which is like super early in the game. And during that event, log in and you get a free Dr. Ratio. Don't have to wish on this banner at all. So you could actually just spend your time going for Kafka if I had the
Through sheer
Hello,
tyranny
Jade,
of
am I?
will, I shall become ubiquitous. With this, I bid you farewell.
And there we have it, folks. The esteemed Dr. Ratio. So,
Available one person.
I think we've covered all the content for version 1.6. Thank you once again to our three geniuses for their support.
That's a long time. So basically, the next
don't
version.
Don't go anywhere just yet now.
Get them for just
Stay
logging
tuned
in.
For an IPM bonus program.
Playing for free. Wow.
Sunday.
That's nuts. Okay, so this has been a super strong event. But anyway, it's holy shit, I'm done. It's been a dope little presentation too. Hopefully the next one they engage in early, so lost, yeah. Shout outs to HSR giving us a really good special program. This special program has been tip top as far as I can say. So as far as the hot take is concerned, overall great program. Their characters that they release for limited times all seem to be always good. Like I don't know why every character drops is something you want to try to get. They're really working really hard to make sure every character is amazing. So dude, this game is kind of fun for a gacha game. For me to like really be experiencing this genre and facets, I'm quite pleased with Star Rail, and they just continue to do it. So, we'll be back same regular time, so consider 7 p.m. Pacific for